This notice was published this Monday by the city's Center for Disease Control and basically allowed a small select number of people to leave the city for the first time in over a month in small batches and with very specific conditions about whether they had to be non-residents, they had to have to show no symptoms of infection and to have had no contact with any infected people. But just 4 hours later, another announcement was made saying that that decision had been made by a subsidiary of that Center for Disease Control without the approval of people who are higher ranking within that structure, and that the decision was revoked, and that the people who were responsible for making that first announcement would be reprimanded. And I think this highlights that how difficult it has been for local officials here in China to interpret some of the directives that have been handed down from central authorities, especially in recent days where it's been a bit of a mixed message between continuing the fight to control and prevent the spread of the epidemic on one hand, and on the other, trying to kickstart the economy once again because of the negative toll that the outbreak has had on the Chinese economy and on industrial production especially. And those two things are sort of mutually exclusive. It's almost impossible to kickstart the economy, which requires people moving freely in the country, when you have to stop people from moving freely in the country because you don't want the virus to spread further. So really, this second decision, the revocation of this first decision about people being allowed to leave Wuhan, shows that authorities are still very cautious and vigilant about this coronavirus outbreak.